All right, I'm live again. I did a video just like not too long ago. This is part four. I just want to say some stuff before I forget. But like this is how I function. I would think in the moment. I'll say what I want to say, but I don't say everything. So I have to write that down on my phone, and then I see videos and explain. Right. So I decided to just go on my phone and then look at stuff, and I saw like a meme. I was like, how fast would you run to her if she asked you to give a second chance? Which for me, I find depressing because, like I said, I really did love her, and I loved my ex. And like I said, I wanted to marry her, want to have a family with her, and everything. And it's just, I also feel like because of the generation that we live in, it's bad in a way. Like, for example, I loved my ex. We used to go shopping at Walmart, Target. Like I remember when our first year dating, we walked to Spirit Halloween because we took the bus because none of us had our license at the time or a car. So I remember we took the bus. We went to go see Spirit Halloween in our area, and then we went to go shopping at Walmart. We walked to get some lunch, get something from like the food court they had, and maybe something else, right? And then on the way home, um, we're talking about costumes and stuff and everything. And that's pretty cool. I like that. And then I don't know, something changed. Like I said, she changed. She started going more on her computer, not wanting to go out. Like she has autism, but I feel like because of the stuff that she's looking at affects her. Like for example, there was a woman that posed like autism stuff, and then I guess she made a mistake. I guess with people who cannot speak or talk, so they use like a keyboard or tattoo of like the alphabet here or something, and the kid or person would just go like this, right? And apparently, I guess she offended people, and they're calling her out, saying she's fake and everything, which is why I don't like to do social media and stuff like this because of the fact, like, yo, people are gonna hate on you because something that you just did that's probably not wrong or is wrong. And to the fact is like, oh yeah, you've been fake this entire time. So it's like it's more like your entire career is just for clout, just for money. But it's like I want to get this off my chest because I forgot not the video I just did earlier today. But it's like I loved her to the point I want to marry her. I want to have a family with her. I feel like this generation is cursed because in today's generation, nobody wants that. Even if we can't afford that, it's something that we're still able to work for towards. Even if it's like, yo, I'm telling you now, at the age of 20, I want to have a family with you. And if we can do it by age 30, great. It's like a decade to get stuff done for that situation, right? Now, after 3 years of dating, I think it was good enough so I can be like, yo, I'm gonna talk about the future. Let's live together one day as we're married because I'm a Christian. I don't move in with somebody before marriage. I don't do any certain things before marriage because I'm a Christian. She's not. She's an atheist. But she wanted like a whole different room to herself about LGBTQ, and I go in. Like, that ain't happening. There's no secret stuff from us. We share the same room. We sleep in the same room. We sleep in the same house. We sleep everything together. We eat together. We sleep together. We do things together. We don't do separate. Even if it's for you and what you believe in, it's not right. We can do things together. Now, I remember she said, "Oh, let's get a separate room for me." I'm like, "I'm not doing that respectfully because we're together. I'm going to go out the way for that. Plus, realistically, money wise, so wouldn't be a thing." For example, we were to get a 1 bedroom apartment, we gotta do everything together. It may not fit and be the best, but it's the best we could do. So it's like, we gotta do what we can. And then I remember I had like a blood test appointment. I wanted her to come in to the office because she's autism. So I want her to learn to get used to the world. And I would like, yo, the office is empty. Let's go from the car to there. And she's like, no. I'm like, why? I want to watch videos. I'm like, yeah, you can do that in there. But even if you're going to do that, maybe not watch videos, maybe do something else. Because even though you have routine that helps you, I think probably not watching the same stuff is going to, politics is going to do something to you. So maybe change it up today. But like, no, I'm staying in the car. I'm like, cool. But like, what's the point of me, respectfully, if I'm going to take you to an appointment, but you're not going to do anything? You're just going to stay in the car the whole time. You don't want to get out and do anything. Like, even though autism people can do stuff, because I have a manager in my actually warehouse that's autistic, and I was like shocked. I'm like, you're autistic? And everybody was like, huh? Like, bro, you shouldn't say that's not nice. Like, like they're like, mm-mm. Like, they have expression. But I was like, yo, you're autistic in the warehouse? It's super loud. too much commotion. And she's like, yeah, I have autism. And I'm like, I don't know if that's self-diagnosed or not, but I'm like, all right. Like in my head, because I'm like, wait, that's weird. Like I don't, because my ex would even work a job. It was like down the block because their policies, and then because of their environment, I guess, you know. But I'm like, you gotta start somewhere. Because I'm like, if there's a high schooler that works at a Taco Bell and has autism, so can she. And she's a coach too. So she can do stuff. She's just doubting herself. And the fact that she's putting too much information on people on the internet, like YouTube, saying about autism, this and this and this. I'm like, cool. But if you don't have a level of autism, no. I wouldn't put that in my day-to-day life, you know? Like I have ADHD. There's stuff that I looked up online to help, like, you know, put a timer on everything so you get stuff done. And so you can get reminders to do something and like one stop. So you don't over stress yourself and you know and all that. So I'm like, yeah, that works, but like not everything, you know. So another thing I want to talk about when it comes to God and relationships is that um I feel like nobody wants to marry and have a kid today because not even for forget politics, forget the laws and everything, just pure love. Like when I see a Studio Ghibli movie, I want that. Like from Kiki's Delivery Service, you know the red hair woman who has a baby. At the end of the movie, they have a baby, and the husband is also working with her because they all both work at the bakery. Like she sells the baked goods, and he makes the baked goods, and they live and work at the same place near the view of an ocean. They're gonna have a kid, everything. I just love that. For me, I thought it would be perfect to live a Studio Ghibli life. And then I don't know. I just feel like it hurts that nobody wants that. Like I really wanted to have a family for it, and when she told me to go be with a different woman for that, it cracked my heart. And then I still want to make things work. And after a month later, I asked again. You know, like I really want to have a family. Like I would not go with a different woman. I want to have everything with you, family, with everything. And I'm like, you don't want that? She's like, no, because apparently I'm disrespecting her, and she doesn't trust me because of the fact that I am old school. You know, because I'm like, yep, kids shouldn't be wearing makeup in general, especially boys, because it's not for boys. And people are like, oh, we're gender confirming this and this and this, but I'm like, respectfully, I don't know why in this generation we're trying to make it seem wrong that kids can be kids, just let kids be kids. Like I saw a video, two videos from different points of view. That there's a kid saying, "Hey, like the kid was super excited that the kid got Alexa." The kid was like being, I guess, queer, you know, like being fruity or something, and then like asking, "Oh, Alexa, play Taylor Swift." I'm like, first of all, how do you know how to use an Alexa? And second of all, why are you listening to Taylor Swift at the age of like 6? And I see like the dad with like a very depressing face, like he failed, like where did he go wrong? He was like, yo, I felt that what that guy was thinking in his mind because I'm like, yo, there's no way this is okay. This is why I believe you. Now I know that I shouldn't date an unbeliever because of the fact that this could happen. You know, like you kids do not show signs of being queer. Like people say, oh, there are studies in this and this and this. No, they we put this onto the kids. If your kids like I saw videos of because I want to tell you something. Stereotypes are earned, not given. If, for example, if there is an African American kid and the kid was doing bad stuff, like you know, trying to rob, and the kid got killed because of self defense because the owner of the house killed him because he shot the kid from the robbery, and then the whole parents and family community would be like, "Oh, he did nothing wrong. It's you know racism and everything." But I'm like, "Yo, you raised the kid to be like this. Was there a father figure present? Probably not. Was there, I don't know, consequence to his actions? Did you teach him right? Like my parents taught me Spanish at a very young age. I watched shows in Spanish, so I knew this stuff. I understand this stuff better than most of my cousins. I probably am the best cousin out there when it comes to speaking stuff in Spanish, probably because I have like a lot of cousins. So it's like I'm probably one of the best ones, like top 5. I can speak like the best Spanish. So this is why I don't like this generation or this era. I miss the 2000s. Like you even push this stuff onto people, you know. It was just we push it onto kids, and we question why the kids are not learning. Well, think about it. Kids shows today and age are overstimulating for their brain. They don't process it too much. This and this and this. And it's like people are not caring about the games, movies, because like, oh, we have short attention span. I don't. I can read a book for like an hour and a half before I realize, oh, an hour and a half passed. Like I'll actually enjoy the book. Or I'll play a game like Hollow Knight. When people can say, "Oh, it's a boring game," and don't like the mechanics, I'm like, I like Hollow Knight. Good. It's a good game. I don't know why people don't like it. And then because of this generation, I feel lost and hopeless. People don't want to listen to God. They don't want to put God in their life, put the instructions first. They take it out of context, everything. And that's what hurts because I feels like now because I got rejected to go be told to go be with a different woman to have a family, that really hurts. Because like I said, I want to have a family one day. I want to marry somebody. No, you know, I should probably I'm gonna marry somebody one day if God lets me and when it's my time to have a family because I really want to have a family. Even if it's not possible because of prices, I'm telling you this. I have a 25-year-old coworker who has a 3-year-old kid, a son. 25, has a man, is married, a Catholic, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they're Catholic, and they have an apartment together. No, they used to live in a house with the family, but now they got a place around. I'm not happy for them. They're doing good, you know. And I also have, I know, a dad who's like 40 something years old, has a business of his own, has like 3 kids and a wife. They have like kids like not even a year old, maybe a year, and they're still doing good. They buy their groceries, they're homeschooling, everything. Like I envy that. I want to have that life respectfully because of like I don't know because like I said, I loved my ex. I really did. It just it just hurts, you know. That people don't really like this today. And this is why I don't like the woke. I don't like the left. I don't like the LGBTQ. I don't like a lot of stuff in today's age. It just hurts seeing this in the world because it just hurts, you know? Like, I don't know what to do. I'm 22. I don't know if I can live again because of my ex. I really did want to marry her. You know, she's the 7 out of 10 autistic woman who loves Minecraft, and I really love that. So I'm trying to find another woman like her. That's never gonna happen. But like I said, it's just this generation really. I just don't like it. Just hurts to this day. I'm just very good at hiding it and masking it because as you can see, I'm like getting all teary and everything because it hurts. I think it really scarred me being told to go be with a different woman because I never wanted that. I wanted to be with her, try to make things work out, but I don't understand what happens to this generation of like all this hate and ungodliness and how people just they're just stubborn, you know. Like I was stubborn too during the relationship. And I'm sorry for she getting that version of me. And I'm a lot better now. It's almost been a year, like 8, 9 months. But at the same time, the my viewpoint on the left has not changed ever. I don't think I can ever vote for left, regardless of your opinions, regardless of what votes matter. Well, if you vote for us, you get ABC. I do not care what y'all do in general and how it's affecting me in my life and a lot of other people's life. It's not gonna slide for most people. So regardless of if you vote for this person, I'm not gonna care because what you have to offer because what you have done from what I have experienced, from what I've seen on social media and in real life, I'm not gonna do that. You know, am I gonna vote for the right? I won't do that either because both sides are wrong. Because both of them don't have God. They only have God when it's for out of context and they use it for their day-to-day life. And then the left will use the Bible out of context to prove that the Bible is wrong, but the right will use the Bible to prove that they are right. And they only use God when it's necessary, but they don't put God in the center of everything. Maybe the right does a lot more than the left. And it's true, the right probably has a lot more God Christian people, but I'm not sure they're Christian. That hurts. And like I said, I don't think I can ever love again because I don't want to be with a different woman. I wanted her. I wanted to marry her, have a family, have a home, everything. Like she knew this.
Like she knew this. I wanted to have a family with her. Like this wasn't something that just popped out of nowhere. Like I remember buying books about kids' books from 2000 saying, hey, this is better than this woke garbage and everything. Like, I was really trying, you know? Like, she knew this. So, I don't know. Like, uh, like for example, I feel like I would be a good parent because of the fact how much I care for seeing how generation works. Because it's like, yo, look, I bought these at thrift stores, you know? Like I'm doing what I can to make sure this kid grows up right in the correct way, not this woke wrong way of kids being queer, trying to ask about like some stuff. And then like I'll buy stuff on DVD because I actually like to own my stuff. It's like nowadays people are buying because like oh Netflix and everything are increasing their prices. I'm like yeah, what did you expect? It's like cable all over again. And then like I just buy stuff that I like. I got Pet Cemetery. I got Kevin Hart, Kong Island, all the Species movies. I got Pokemon Quest, the complete collection. I got Fluffy. Like I do what I do and got what I got because I care. Like I'm putting effort into having stuff for my future. So it's like, oh, you don't care. You're doing too much. No, I care a lot that I'm doing this now. I'm buying DVDs now because I see the woke left trying to like I feel like it is conquering. I'm trying to take over the when it comes to like how kids are. People can call me crazy. Like no, I'm really seeing this. My ex was in like that in a way because I'm like yo, boys should not wear makeup at all, and apparently I'm wrong. I'm like yo. Like, for example, there's this anime Windbreaker, right? I remember I'm seeing it. I'm like, oh, it's a pretty good series. And then I saw this trans kid. I'm like, oh, respectfully, I'm not gonna watch it no more. I was like, hey, wait, why? I'm like, first of all, it's encouraging this is okay in high school. I'm like, I'm not gonna support that. And like she got upset about that, you know, like she and it's like I'm being this. I'm like, I'm not. I just can't do that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that voice actor went to jail. What up? Um, yes, I remember correctly. The voice actor of the trans person, Kiba Walker, if I'm not mistaken, what's what up? Yeah, that voice actor was a pedophile for having CP on his devices, right? And I knew that. 'Cause I'm like, first of all, respectfully, stereotypes are earned; they are not given. So when you see somebody and you see a person like this, and you're like, oh, and you're saying, oh, that's offensive. I'm not being offensive. If this is something that is earned, not given, what are you going to expect? Like, for example, this is what the character looks like, right? And then this is what the hold up, let me move this. What that person looks like, right? And if you show me somebody with that type of haircut, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna take you seriously because like I called it out the night of my breakup. I remember speaking to her like makeup should not be for kids and this and this and this, right? I'm like, yo, this is not good. This is bad. And I called it 3 months later. This person got caught and went to jail or charges. I don't remember. But I'm like, yo, I'm right. This is why I care. I do things. I read the Bible. I pray every day. I put everything in God's hand. And I'm coming. I'm. It's almost a year since the breakup, and I'm gonna wait in exactly 1 year, and she hasn't come back. That's God's choice. I'm gonna leave it to God's hand. If she ain't coming back, she ain't coming back, and that hurts a lot. Like you have no idea. Because like I said, I want to marry her and everything, but I just can't. I feel lost, and I feel like I'm being crazy because of left, and apparently the left I'm wrong. So it's like
Go get therapy. I'm a snake eating my own tail, she said. I'm like, I don't think I am. I'm seeing the left, and I'm being brainwashed to be like, yo, you're the wrong person. You're taking this out of context. I am not. I got coworkers from California. That's where she's from and everything. So I'm like, oh yeah, you're born and raised in Cali? Yeah, I probably won't make a dent and these types of stuff. And I had people move here because they said, oh, I have a kid. I don't want my kid to be woke. I'm like, so I'm not crazy. People from California have moved to Vegas, and they like Vegas because it's less like Cali, but now it's becoming Cali, and now we don't want that because, like, hey, if you're woke and you're Californian, stay in Cali. We don't care if it's overcrowded populated. That's on y'all. Y'all wanted this. You wanted this. You voted for that. You did everything in your power to live like that and that lifestyle. That's on y'all, not on us. When you come to Vegas, you live by Vegas laws, Vegas rules, Vegas people's lifestyle. You don't get to choose and rewrite it. No. If a Californian was to move to Texas, you don't make Texas California. You move to Texas, you're going to respect and live by Texas laws. If you move to Utah, you're going to move to Utah, and you're going to live by Utah's laws. You don't like it? Get out. That's literally all I can say. I have family in Utah. That's a Mormon state. I'm a Christian. I could care less. I'm going to be a Christian there no matter what. Is that rare? Rare, yes, because there are nothing but Mormons. But that's how it's going to be. And my ex, she didn't want to go to Utah. And I remember that I wanted to go for a wedding that same month, the breakup. Like, I remember it was like a wedding. I'm like, yo, let's go visit my cousin. He's going to get married. Just something for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. We'll be back Monday, It's like, oh, I can't go, Mormons, and I'm going to lose my woman's rights. I'm like, respectfully, you're visiting. You're not moving there, and I understand you're where you're coming from, but respectfully, you can do it. There's no wrong. But yet, if I go to California from Sunday to Saturday to visit family for Thanksgiving, no questions asked. All I wanted was Thanksgiving. And is there a Chinese place we can go to? And I just want to make that's literally all I asked. I didn't do no research, except I know that they're woke, and I know some laws, but I don't know all of them because I got family there. So it's like, yo, if I can go there for a full week, you can come to me for 2 days. And respectfully, you're just going to be with my family. My family's going to be there. I love my family and my cousin's family. So respectfully, you're going to be protected from both sides. No one's going to harm you. No one's going to touch you. No one's going to do anything to you. And don't worry about the Mormons. I'm going to protect you from it. Doesn't matter what you think is going to happen. That's going to happen. She refused to go on every way, shape, or form. Now I'm being disrespectful. I'm like, I understand, but it's like, yo, you refuse to visit family because of of white people and their religion and their beliefs. But yet you want me to stop shopping at certain places because they don't have EEI. Isn't that what you're protesting against? Like, I don't get it. So it's like, I'm going to blow my nose real quick and I'll be right back. All right, but like I'm trying to say is that I'm tired and I'm done. I'm doing me, and that's that. Like I said, I just think because I think it's feminism or feminists that people don't want to be married or have kids. And like I said, I don't know what happened to her that she's like that because she was never like that. And then I remember trying to call her princess and call her my passenger princess and then her name. She's like, I don't like being called princess. I'm like, why? And I remember that she told me to call her this. I'm like, well, that doesn't sound girly or sweet. And I don't want to be called anything like that. I'm like, but you're a woman. Don't you all like being called pretty and princessy and all that? I guess LGBTQ people don't because it's like, oh, it's affirming gender. It's showing this and that. But I'm like, I have testosterone. You have estrogen. Respectfully, from what I understand, isn't it my job to be protective, protect you, lead everything, which is what I'm doing? And if leading is wrong, I don't get it. because I'm like, I have DVDs of kids stuff, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna lead the kids so they can learn this is right and this is wrong. I am leading by having a job, saving up money for us. I'm trying to teach you we don't have separate rooms or anything because this is for us. I'm trying to help you with your autism. I'm trying to help you with your life. I'm trying to help you with a lot of stuff. A lot of people don't like that in today's age. Like, you don't like being bossed around or a man being in charge or something. I don't even know anymore. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do me. That's that. And then, like, for Christ, I feel like it is cursed because I feel hopeless. I read and that's why I'm gonna read I'm gonna pray to God and only listen to God, regardless of what politics says. I am not gonna do anything politically, respectfully. I'm independent and I'll only obey and listen to God. Why? Because I see the Democrats are voting for stuff that, in my opinion, are against God. So I'm not gonna support God. I'm not gonna support a Christian. No, I'm not gonna support the Democrats because they don't support God. And like the left is like very against Christianity. And then another example is that I just had it. The Democrats will vote for something or try to, or 3 months later get canceled and vote for something else. Or like the Democrats are like, yo, vote for this. And then when their political party goes and something goes and supports ICE, gives funding, the people, Democrats saying, oh, you're a traitor. You did this and this and this. And I'm like, respectfully, what did you expect? It is the government. Have you seen One Piece? I have watched One Piece since I was a kid in elementary school. I used to have a big screen TV, like the fat one, weighed like 200 pounds. That TV was stuck up there, and it has not moved at all. I'm like, hold up. Like, y'all see this? That's what it looks like. I have all that stuff, right? I have a hold up. Hold up, give me a second. Did it show something? No. I don't know. I have to check the video when I'm done to make sure I didn't show something of my personal information that I wasn't supposed to show out. Other than that, like I said, I used to have a big TV, but now it's just that, right? But like you support the government. Remember, the government created the problems and selling you the solutions. So you want to support that? Do that. But what are you going to expect out of it? I don't know. But like I was saying, I don't support the government or what it does, what it can do for us, because like, yo, it's going to change daily. Can there be some good stuff? Yep. Is there also bad stuff? Yes. But like I said, I just vote for God. And that's basically it. And I'll like let it be in God's hands. So if you don't like me, you don't like me. And I'm okay with that. But I'm willing to die for my friend who was in elementary school. I know him since 5th grade. I knew his brother since 4th grade. I met him in 5th grade. And then afterwards, we became best friends, and he moved in like 7th grade, you know. And I've been with him. He's been in the military. He's being shipped to Korea. But I'm willing to put on armor and die for him, you know, because I have a connection with him like that. When it comes to guys, it's not that hard for us to be buddy and become friends. I keep sending him stuff, you know. He's getting shipped out. I'm like, I'm sending him stuff to his wife because he got married. I'm thinking I'm happy for him and all that. But it's like, I want that one day. Marriage, family. But I have to follow God first and then go from there. But yeah. I just think this generation's cursed, lost. There's no God. Apparently, being a woman and feminine is wrong in today's day and age, and nobody likes that. Nobody wants that. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't think I'll ever understand the Democrats. I just don't. So, like I said, I'm gonna do me. I'll do what I can. Oh yeah, when it comes to One Piece, I remember having that TV up there, the big old TV, right? The bookcase is the same. The shelf has not changed. Just the stuff on it has changed. You know, I used to have like plushies and toys, but now it's just manga video games and DVDs and stuff. So, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna head out. But other than that, wish you all the best. Thank you for hearing me out again. That's like I said, this is how I think. If I think in the moment, that's how it works. I forgot in the other videos, I'm gonna do it now. That's how my HD works. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.